MrYorkieLoverFitness.com.
So about a month ago, I made this video, Why is Rich Piana Buried in an Unmarked Grave? And I believe this week we found out the answer. So let me go back about 5 days ago, and Chanel, Rich's girlfriend, made a video on her channel, not on Rich Piana's channel, not on 5% Nutrition, but on her channel, Chanel Renee, where to go from here. And this is a 30-minute video, and she literally tells us everything, all the stuff we've been wondering about. Did she inherit anything from Rich or the company? Does she own any part of the company? And she goes through her whole ordeal of dealing with his death, of being in the hospital. It's a long video. It's very touching. If you have a heart, you probably will cry watching this thing, because she pours her heart out to us, and she talks about the trolls and the people that say she is in it just for the money. Um, it's just like I said, I've seen Rich with her, and I've seen her with Rich when he was alive, and the way she looked at Rich, well, you could tell she adored Rich. You could tell she loved Rich. And the one time both of them came to my place and I was showing them stuff on how to edit so she can, because she wanted to learn to edit to help Rich out with his videos. She was there for Rich to help out Rich, and that's what she wanted to do. So for all these people to act like, oh, she was there, just for the ride, and she didn't really love him. I think that's bullshit. And a lot of people are just talking shit that they don't really know. They weren't there. Then you got silly rumors about she murdered him or whatever. It's just crazy, silly stuff that people come up with. It's all ludicrous. But she explains everything in this video, and it's like I said, it's a very touching video. You should check it out. So this was 5 days ago. Then on Saturday, she posted this on her Instagram. So here she is with Rich Piana's father, and she's at Rich Piana's grave, and there's a Christmas tree there, and then they got a vinyl like headstone to put on the grave. So we were wondering how, where's the headstone, what's going on. And the last time I was there when I made this video, I had talked to the people there, and they said, the actual staff, and they said one at the time had not been ordered, and it takes 8 to 9 weeks. So everyone talking about that, oh, you got to wait 6 months for the ground to be good enough, and that has no. They literally could put this thing on 8 to 9 weeks after they bury someone, and so I want to clear that up right now. So anyhow, so on Saturday she put this Christmas tree here, and with his father, and put this vinyl tombstone. So now we go to Facebook, and here's something Jane Piana just put up about 4 days ago too. And this is explaining why there's no headstone. She said, "Thank you to Rich's dad, whose name is Dick, and Chanel for making this for Rich's gravesite and putting up a Christmas tree with ornaments so that people can find Rich's site and give their respects. We have been blocked by his mom at every turn in trying to create a headstone, and she just wouldn't sign for anything. She wanted me to pay and to remove anything personal about us or about his biggest accomplishment so far, and she doesn't even want to work on it until the new year." So what the mother doesn't want is she doesn't want anything having to do with 5% nutrition on this tombstone, that's what her son created. And I bet if Rich was here today, you'd ask him if that's what he'd want. He'd tell you that's what he wants. Doesn't want to work on this until the new year, even knowing it takes 8 to 10 weeks to create. Until recently, she thought I had paid ahead of time and she could just write what she wanted with no regard to proper English and run on sentences. She fought me at every turn, and now she finds out she has to pay, and I'm not sure how, since she is on welfare and disability. Where the funds will come from is beyond me. Maybe she will milk it out of more family members, since that is what she is good at doing. Either way, his grave site is now marked, and he can be visited by fans and people who want to pay their respects. I have to remove myself from her toxic personality and her compulsive lying. I've done my best for Rich, and so has Chanel and his dad. We can't keep fighting with her when she refuses to sign for anything to be done. We are at a standstill with this. Dick, Rich's father, has been more than supportive of us and his son. I will always be grateful he was the main person who showed Rich how to be a real human and how to have self-respect and work ethic. Remember, I also made a video a few months back talking about how there's about 5 or 6 videos missing from Rich Piana's YouTube channel. And I went back and looked. And so obviously we're getting from this that Jane, who was Rich's first wife, probably didn't have a good relationship with Rich's mother. And lo and behold, one of the videos missing from his channel is the one with Rich Piana and his mother. So we look down at the banner that Chanel had made up, and it says, Rich Piana, September 26, 1970 to August 25th, 2017. Beloved son, brother, soulmate, and friend. Rich spent his life proving everyone wrong. He never allowed someone else's opinion of him to determine his worth or purpose in life. He lived with no regrets and accomplished more than most people could do in 2 lifetimes. Rich created 5%, which represents a small percentage of people willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goals in life, no matter what they are. He has inspired positivity, determination, and change in millions of people around the world. Be inspired and live a life worth dying for. One day you may, Rich Piana. And so here were the pictures that were posted that Jane posted on her Facebook, the same picture that Chanel had posted. And there's the father, and he was nailing down the tree. And here's the tree. And you'll see that they have these Christmas bulbs, these clear Christmas bulbs that have photos on there. And then there's Chanel laying next to, Rich's tomb. Like I said, so we saw this picture that Chanel posted on hers. Here's now this on the 5% Nutrition. They posted this photo. I actually went today because I want to see this myself. And when I got there today, I got there after work. As you can see, what's missing is the vinyl banner. There's like 3 possibilities for this. As you can see, the tree itself right here is moving. This was about 5:30. It gets windy up there. This place is literally right next to the mountains. So a possibility is that vinyl tombstone that was right here could have been blown away. Another possibility, someone could have taken it as a souvenir, which I don't think, and I'll get to that in a second. And then the third possibility is they pretty much have strict rules at this place, and something like that might violate their terms, saying, well, if you didn't pay for this type of headstone, you can't put something like that on here. Which is a possibility. And all over this graveyard, they had cleaned everything up, and there were actually a lot of trees and wreaths and different holiday flowers and things. And as you can see, everything is clean cut. So they cleaned up really nice for the holidays. So the reason I don't think someone would take the banner is because look at these bulbs that Chanel and her father, or Rich's father, had made. Each bulb has a different picture in it, as you're seeing. And there's also, and I did the best I can with trying not to get the reflections so you could kind of see the pictures. So there's probably about 10 bulbs on here that had pictures of Chanel and Rich, or Rich and his father. There's Rich and Santa Claus. That's Jane, the first wife, Rich and Jane. There's Rich and Chanel. So I would think if someone would have stole the banner, they probably would have stole these too, because these are probably one of a kind, because she just had these made just for this Christmas tree. There's a more picture of Rich, and I'm sorry, but I got my reflection, but it's hard to get, because it was starting to get dark out too, and it's hard to get without getting my reflection in there. I apologize for that. But there's Rich and Chanel again, and then there's the poem that Chanel wrote. So let me pause it real fast. So you've seen this poem before. She had posted on their Instagram. As I lay me down to sleep, my heart begins to slowly weep. If I die before I wake, I know my lonely heart will break. So take the pieces and scatter them wide to share all the love I had inside. Chanel. Look at this woman's hurting. I don't know how many of you have lost loved ones. I mean, there's probably a lot of you like myself that lost their mother and grandparents. But I'm sure when you lose your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend that you've been together for a while, I'm sure it's a different type of pain. and especially if you think they were the one. So this woman's hurting, and she doesn't really deserve all the troll comments talking about how she should grieve, how if she's moving on too fast or she's not moving on fast enough. It's like, who are we to say how someone should grieve? You know, we all grieve in our own way, and you could tell if you watch that video I just showed you on her channel, you could tell she's grieving and she's a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. Doing stuff like this Christmas tree and the banner, she's still trying to be a part of Rich's legacy for Rich. It doesn't do anything for her. As she states in her video, she's not making any money off of this. She's doing everything for the man she loved. And for any of you out there who think otherwise, I think shame on you. Because this woman obviously truly loved Rich. For any of us to tell her that, oh, she shouldn't have fun, she shouldn't go on living, and like she says in her video, Rich would want her to, and anyone that loves someone would want their significant other to go on living if they by chance passed before they did. You're not supposed to be miserable your whole life. So I think Chanel's in a lot of pain, and I know there's still going to be people that just do troll comments because they're miserable. I think we should just let her live her life and grieve her way and hopefully get over this and hopefully have peace with herself. So another thing I want to point out is it's funny that Rich is buried between two women. Here's a woman named Lola and a woman named June. So he's buried between two women. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the grave above him and the grave below him were women also. So I think he's surrounded by women, which is probably like it was in real life. So I just did an aerial shot. So like I said, you also see like 5% wristbands on there. That's why I think the banner blew away. So after I filmed this, I literally walked around this place. So like where his spot is located, it's at the top of the hill. So the way the wind blows, it would be blowing, downwards. So I literally walked around for about a half hour looking to see if by chance it had blown, somewhere. I was just, and there was like I said, if you could just look in the background here, you see a lot of things, a lot of flowers and reefs and things like that all around. But there's even more down below. And like I said, I walked around for a half hour looking, and unfortunately, I couldn't find it. I was hoping that I could find it and put it back, there. And also, the place was getting ready to close too. I probably was spent longer, but it was already like 4:55 or something. They closed at 5. So I just did my best to look for it. And like she placed this on Saturday. Today's Tuesday. So if it had blown away, like I pretty much think it probably did, it's long gone. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on. And I'll continue to do so if anything new arrives. And I think I'm going to title this video Rich Piana Burial Update number 23, because I keep getting trolls commenting about how many videos I'm making on this. And I think it's just funny, but like when you're a fan like myself, and this is kind of what I do is I try to keep updated on people in the fitness community, because that's what I love. I love bodybuilding in the fitness community. So that's why I film as many different people as I can, and I report on like stuff like this, and like I said before, when I started making these videos, I would do everything I could to help Rich Piana's legacy live on, because I thought he was a cool guy and I thought he had a positive impact. So I'll leave you off with that, guys, and I will catch you in the next video. I appreciate the support.